When I was very young, there was a place called Happy Jack's Fish Farm. It was in Azusa, up Azusa Canyon, and they had two ponds, and one, the fish were fairly well fed, and the other one, they hardly fed them, so all you had to do was dip your pole in, and they would just, all the fish would jump on them. And that's kind of how, like, in some cases, the housing market is right now. You have a little bit of a Happy Jack's Fish Farm syndrome, as I like to call it, with a lot of houses changing hands. And, of course, with that, you have a lot of homeowners who decide maybe not to sell. They look at the interest rates and they go, we're going to refinance. You've got a lot of situations where it's time perhaps to think about home improvement. So whether you're refinancing your home or whether you just bought a home or whether you want to think about selling your house down the road, but want to make some improvements that will not only add to the aesthetic but also your home's value, you might want to consider the surfaces of your home. And here from Surfaces USA is Jen Brown once again. Good morning.
Good morning.
Is that a good lead in?
It is. I liked it.
Happy Jack's Fish Farm. Now this is the time of year there are a lot of people. I mean, there are a lot of things. I was on my house on my street alone. On my house alone. On my street alone, there are 3 houses for sale and one that just like went like that. And so there's a lot of things going on, and this is an opportunity, especially in my neighborhood where some of the homes are, well, all of them were built in like 1968. So you have some that are really dated and need some updating. So what would be like, when we talk about surfaces, we're talking about flooring, we're talking about
countertops, showers, surprisingly a lot of backyard kitchens as well in the area. But to your point, with the homes being for sale, we're seeing a lot of people who are, again, with the short sales. So we have those that are buying houses that may not be in the best condition.
Right.
So, we try and accommodate and coordinate and get everything done before they actually move in. And then there's a lot of homes that were built out here in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and early 2000s is when a lot of the builders kind of started swapping out maybe some of their standard items, and you started seeing a little bit more granite. But to all those people who still have the white tile in the kitchens, the 1-unit tub and shower, we have some tracks in Plum Canyon that have this extremely ornate, molded, cultured marble, one-piece master bathroom showers that nobody really knows what to do with.
Right.
So we're starting to rip some of those out. A lot of these garden tubs, we're ripping those out, going into full showers instead of a tub shower in the master. So yeah, we're seeing a lot of people that are either purchasing new or updating their existing.
In a lot of cases, even in purchasing new construction, all that stuff adds, and well, you don't really get the chance to bargain. I remember buying a new house this is several years ago, and there wasn't really the opportunity to like bargain or shop. It's like, this is our person, this is our price, and in a lot of cases, it was well over what might be considered a retail price.
Yes.
Because they're financing it into the price of the home.
Exactly.
And even still, yeah, you might not feel it that much, a couple of extra bucks a month on your mortgage, but when you think about how much extra you're paying just for that privilege.
If you're there for the the full term of the loan, you're paying a lot more. If you're there, I did that
more
in my first home, and I added a lot of things through the builder, but I was only there for 5 years.
Right.
So if I only pay for a portion of it, a couple dollars a month, not a big deal. But if you're looking to be there long term, it does add up. And we have a lot of people that are now closing just with the standards. Some of the things, the electrical and things like that, you pretty much have to do with the builder. But when it comes to countertops or floors, showers, you can take the standard and we can come in and rip everything right out and put in the new.
And this is, we talk about this though from the long term. If you're in for the long term, you're still paying, even if in 10 or 15 years you need to upgrade that all those services, you're still paying.
You're still paying, exactly.
So it makes sense. Plus you get the opportunity to shop. You get the opportunity to have someone like yourself.
Exactly.
Who is a designer.
Yes.
And not just a slab schlepper, as it were.
Exactly.
You actually know what you're doing and can provide the homeowner or with the proper advice on what would work for their home and their situation.
Yeah, we can guide through the whole process, and we can help pull things together that the average person who's not in construction or doesn't do remodels on a regular basis may not think of. Whether it's centering a mirror just because we want to alter a vanity by 2 or 3 inches. Toilets, what's the proper distance if we want to rearrange where the toilet sits? I mean, just things like this that we run into on a regular basis that it's easier just to have us do it and help you with it. And, some of the big box stores, you're not going to get that same guidance. So when you're shopping, it's good to go to a place that has the knowledge and the tools and everything that we can do to help guide you and provide you with the service and the products that you want.
Exactly. Every time I've tried to channel my inner Bob the Builder, it has not worked out well. It's always hire a professional. Plus, speaking of which, you've got contractors that are under your control and the utmost professional
Correct.
commitment and getting stuff done in the time.
Absolutely. We are the actual contractor. We do not subcontract out to a random third party. Everybody runs through us, and we are licensed, bonded, and insured. So we have everything protected and covered.
I'm excited. And your showroom on the Old Road in Castaic, you can learn more by going to surfacesusa.com/Castaic, or if you insist on pronouncing it Castaic, either way. But an awesome opportunity to see what's there and talk to Jen and get your updates on as far as your surfaces, flooring, bathrooms, kitchens, counters, everything else.
Yes.
Pleasure talking to you once again,
You too.
Jen. Every now and then I think that I see something and I think I'm going to channel my inner Bob the Builder and do something myself. I had a disastrous result one time. First of all, making the bad choice of using vinyl for flooring, but made a bad choice of doing things. I think I could put this in without taking the toilet out. Who wants to take the toilet out? Who wants to move that stuff around? And I realized that, some things are better left to professionals, also left to professionals who could probably advise me to do something other than vinyl on my flooring. Here to talk about surfaces and things, all things anti-vinyl, is Jen Brown from Surfaces USA, located in Castaic. Good morning.
Good morning.
And that's the thing. Do you have situations where people think, you know what, I started this, I thought I could do it myself, and oh my gosh, I don't know what happened, but I blew up the kitchen or blew up the bathroom or whatever?
Oh, absolutely. We are just finishing installing something that has been demoed for almost 5 years. And it was just, yeah.
It's not my house, is it?
No, we're not going to talk about yours. But yeah, you see it all the time. And, people thought they could start things. Sometimes it's a secondary bathroom. I did have a client who went almost 7 months with plywood countertops because they couldn't find what they wanted. The husband was adamant he could do it himself. And, certain things you can. Tile, possibly, probably not the best idea. But granite countertops, there's no way you're doing it yourself as a weekend project or channeling your inner Bob the Builder. Right. It's just not going to happen.
You're not going to watch like a half hour of some sort of home improvement reality show and think you can do that. And a lot of people do, or they think. The other thing is, I'm going to save a ton of money doing this myself. And you're right, though, 7 months with things, or 5 years, even worse. But you talk about that not only as an inconvenience, things that can cause even stress in a relationship. You're talking about, you said you'd have it done. No, you wanted me to do it.
Oh, absolutely.
So actually, in a lot of ways, not only are you a professional designer, not only does Surfaces USA provide such an aesthetic that will add also value and beauty to your home, but a little bit of a marriage saver.
Absolutely. I think that had I redone all the curriculum in college, they should require you to minor in psychology when you're a design major. Absolutely. Because you have to learn how to toggle that line between his decision, her decision, and find that happy medium without creating any stress. So yeah, we see it, people in tears. You see a little bit of everything. So
I'm here to tell you guys, if you know what's good for you and the value of your home, always listen to the women. True story. They have better taste.
We do.
Your favorite football team countertop with the embedded logos in there is great for a man cave, but when you come around to try and sell it down the road,
right?
And it's always good to make sure that whatever it's doing is going to have a long-lasting, not instantly dated effect on your home. You want it to last a long, long time.
A great point. So a lot of things that we're doing, because people always want to know what's going to be popular when I sell. Well, if you're not selling for 5 years, I have no way to tell you what's going to be popular, but I can tell you, as long as you have a solid surface, that's all that's going to matter. That nobody wants to have tile in their kitchen anymore. Nobody wants to come in and buy a new house and then have to gut it all. Backsplashes, things like that, those can be more of an accessory. If you have the quartz countertop, if you have the granite countertop, the backsplash we can replace pretty easily without damaging the countertops, without doing a lot of major overhaul. But that's something you can change out over time, and it's something that's easy to do for us.
Right, exactly. So it's best to trust a professional to such things. And of course, also your contractors as well. So it's not subcontracting out to someone that you may not have total control over as far as professionalism and completion times and things like that.
Correct.
So you got a professional designer, you have professional contractors, you have the opportunity to, even though you think you might save money doing it yourself, you know that eventually you may run into something you can't handle. So in a way, also very efficient to go to Surfaces USA. And you have a showroom in Castaic on the Old Road.
I have a beautiful showroom. We have hundreds of slabs, so you actually get to see and physically see your full slab in piece. You don't see a little tiny 4x4 swatch. We have beautiful tile samples. We have a lot of the wood porcelain tiles, natural stone, so we have a gorgeous showroom to check out.
So that's the thing, and especially here in Santa Clarita, we are so home-centric, and we start thinking about, especially where interest rates are at, if you're refinancing to add value to your home and put that back into your home to some degree, it's an awesome opportunity. Kitchens and bathrooms are the best thing to invest in.
Absolutely.
Surfaces USA/Castaic has all the information. You got samples, you got contact information, you can get over there to see and talk to Jen. Thank you so much for stopping by once again.
Thank
Always
you.
a pleasure.